back to Tao Panda Training! A fun time. Very nice. Get in shape, lose weight. Have a fun time. That's our motto. So, if you're joining us today, make sure you're wearing some nice sweatpants, a decently loose-fitting shirt. It could be tight, but just not tight on the arms. If it's long sleeve, loose on the arms. It could be tight to the body, but loose on the arm. Yes, we've got a big day. If you were with us on Tuesday, Tuesday was a pretty big day. We did a lot of stuff. We were practicing our transitions, and we were going through most of the exercises we've covered so far, so be prepared for that again today. So without further ado, if Blue Guy will join us. Except today he's Blue Stripe Guy.
Well, I'm not blue.
Nope, he's Blue Stripe. Babba-dabba-dee-dipe.
Oh my god. Get out of here.
We'll start with our stretches. Hopefully everyone's as excited as I am to get going.
Sorry, straightening up little last minute things. Hi. Okay.
It's crazy. I feel like I've simultaneously gotten more flexible, but I also need more stretches. But it's not as burny, or my body might be used to it. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Taking your glasses off today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I also feel as though if I lower my shoulder as much as I can, I feel like it gets a better stretch. Like if I was having my shoulder raised, but if I drop it, I feel like it gets so good. So nice.
Oh, my fingers almost slipped out. I hate that. Whatever happened to you? You ended up doing this number. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's like, oh. Alright. Legs. Hopefully everyone's been stretching every day, even the days where we're not training. Or if you're the type of person who does like to train every day, you can always use the videos as an everyday guide. Especially the days where we cover some really important stuff. Like transitions, making sure your legs and hips are connected with your arms. Those are big days, important days. Make sure you review those days. That's why they're there.
Full day review.
Alright. Are you ever afraid that one day your hip's gonna pop and it's like, that's it? So
There
we're
goes
going
my
back.
hip.
Yeah, like my hip is just out now. Worry about that sometimes. Sometimes I get such a big hip pop, it's like there's no way it's still in there. But it is. It's like, oh, okay. What is a pop anyway? You got something important going on?
No, I'm stretching. Both legs.
Okay. Here we go. It's time for Blue Guy's favorite stretch.
I hate this stretch. That stretches my legs. Feel so bad even when I'm in bed.
Remember, the key to this stretch, because I used to not be able to do this. I was worse than Micah, which is pretty bad. What you do is, you pull your toes back, take a big deep breath in, and every time you exhale, what I would do is I would like tighten up around my knees, so like my thighs and everything, tighten up my leg muscles, but then when I exhale, I would try to relax all those muscles. Then I would do it again.
Whoa. I touched
Hey, that's okay.
a little bit. I can finally touch. I can touch my toes. Ugh.
That's a big day, kid. Look at you. Now pull them back.
That's
Don't
hard
touch 'em.
to.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna push that.
That's a kid. Alright, so here we go. From Micah's, Blue Guy's least favorite to the one he loves. Both sides, fire and ice.
Oh, fire and ice.
Why? Why are you hanging halfway off now? I love this stretch. It's so good for your thighs and your buns. Don't act like you don't want that good bun stretch now. Everybody wants that stretchy bun.
Gosh, you are so needy. What do you want?
Stretchy bun. Stretchy, stretchy, stretchy bun. Stretchy bun. Stretchy, itchy, itchy bun. Stretchy bun. Stretchy, itchy, itchy bun. What?
Look at this.
Go away.
What are you doing?
Alright, do your butter fry. No, it doesn't count just because you still have a leg up. Slight.
She's gonna roll off.
That's your life now.
I told you.
Go back. Go back. Pop up. Beautiful. Look at you. That's a good girl. Alright. Now it's time for you to hit the couch. Another thing, if you struggle with the vertical stretch, you can't touch your palms flat to the ground. You struggle with the vertical stretch. Oi! Trying to buy time.
Oh, no.
Think I wouldn't notice.
Oh, please.
Make sure your heels are up against there.
I am. There's not really anything for my heels to be on, but I'll take what you say.
Okay. Tighten up. Tighten them.
They're tight.
Take your inhale. Now relax them. There you go. Again. Hi. Look at you. Beautiful. There you go. Yosh. Okay. Now that we're all limbered up, just got a couple more stretches. Ooh, my calves really need it today.
No.
My calves. Ooh, I got the tight calf syndrome. TCS. It's in the calves.
Oh my god.
Alright. Now it's time for the wide leg stretches, as we call them around here. Legs wide apart, arms out, reach to the opposite foot. Where are you? So behind.
Kinda. find out where I should be so my head's not in your hands.
Oh, I can move up. Okay. Other side. Okay, and we're up. Now, both hands to the ground. Try to keep your legs straight. And again, inhale, and when you exhale, that's when you try to relax all your muscles in your legs. Try to relax, relax, relax. Something you don't want to do is bounce around.
You know what's so crazy is my palms, it's like I can feel that I could go down, but my legs feel like elastic in a way, you know?
Mm-hmm. Stretch Armstrong now. Okay, turn your hands and walk your hands backwards through the legs. Just a couple steps. Alright, slowly rise up. Okay. What else do we have? I think that's it. One more for the hips. Bring them around. Bring them around.
Well, my feet were together.
Jesus, this guy. Remember to switch directions. Does your dog ever get so bored she just starts trimming her own nails? 'Cause ours does.
And it happens like every stream now.
Every time we stream.
I'm in the back of my knees. It's gooey.
Oh, that's good. That means your stretches have gotten nice.
Gotten deeper.
Yeah. You should feel like you could do anything with these elastic legs. Boing, boing. Alright, time to salute and get started. Chin Kai Shek. Just look that way.
Oh.
Jesus. Done this so many times. And what stance are you in?
Cat stance.
Exactly. What are you doing? No, it's all coming around. Now you look the other way.
Mm.
Yeah. How many times have you done that?
Oh no, I just missed the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I got the rest of it.
Alright, get a quick drink of water before we begin.
Chug a gallon.
And if you're gonna train along with us today, then yay! Happy to hear it. So, as always, we're gonna start with windmills, he said with such great enthusiasm.
No, I'm just going right into it.
What am I supposed to do?
But
And if you're like us and you like to wind down after you work out by doing absolutely nothing at all, join us on our other stream called Same Couch, where we do absolutely nothing at all except play video games and talk with our friends and have a gay old time.
Eat snacks.
Yeah. And what's funny is sometimes when we're on the same couch, we'll say the same thing about Panda training. We're like, if you're like us, you spend a lot of time just sitting around doing nothing. You want to exercise sometimes. Then come over here.
Panda training.
Yeah.
It's like we have the extremes. It's like when you work out hard.
Yeah.
But when you veg out hard.
That's right. Okay.
Привет.
Привет, Zohan Pranks! Welcome back! Alright. Now, we're going to take our deep breath in. We're going to make sure we're grabbing the ground with our toes. Deep breath in. And tighten our stomachs. And Paltron. Chongchuan. Remember, you're not just moving your arms slowly. You have to move them like you're pushing against something. Okay, we're going to transition to the left. We're going to maintain the tension and slowly transition. Momentum. Okay, let's practice our transition a few times. Actually, I'm going to demonstrate a couple, and then you practice. And you practice along with Micah, okay? So for our transition here, hard, 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 tension, tension, tension. You're going to come across. Get your foot aligned. Turn, turn, turn. And you see how my hip is pushing forward already? That's when you're going to really use your hip to push yourself forward with that last turn. And you drive your heel into the ground. So you're here. Oh. And at least 3 practices.
Wait, 3 practices?
Yes. With your hip. With your hip. That was a good torque. You need to get that drive from the hip. Not bad.
Better?
Not bad, yes. Do them again. You're keeping your heel down better. You really want this hip to be the first thing, and then it's like your leg just can't help but spin afterwards, you know? It's hip first. There you go.
Better?
Yeah. Now really go from tight, tight to momentum.
Okay.
Very nice.
Good?
Now get in position. Это движение руками у вас разминка или отработка приема. This movement with your hands, a warm-up or a practice? It's both. It's a warm-up, but it's also a practice. This movement is like a very essential part of everything. Progress. That's 11. It's the same movement. Where is progress? The progress is on whether or not you've gotten stronger by doing it. What are you doing?
Oh, you were in the way and now you're not.
Sorry. Yes, on day 1, we learned our windmills and the stances for the first time. And since then, it might look the same, but I can tell that Micah, just to use as, since he's like the example student, Micah doesn't just stand there moving his arms anymore. He uses his legs, his hips, his torso. He uses everything behind it. When he transitions from one stance to the other stance, he's actually driving his power instead of just turning from side to side. But a lot of the progress that we make relies on repetition. Repetition, repetition, repetition. And every time, you have to focus on everything that's happening with each movement. You know, like here, Micah's not just moving his arms. He's using his knees, his calves, even on the back leg, his hips, his front leg, his thigh, his foot, and he's using his legs to pull his arms around. That's why these windmills are so important. They are the cornerstone of everything else we learn. Once you learn these movements, and I don't mean just like the motion, once you learn the movement of your body with this exercise, then you're set up to progress further with everything else that we learn. Bend that front leg.
Bent enough?
Oh, what can you see?
Not tall.
Mm-hmm. Now you can see your phone. This guy. Okay. We're going to take our deep breath in. Paltron. Shangchuan. Now we're going to keep this tension again, and we're going to transition into cat stance. Hold on, let me demonstrate. Because we're not going to spend as long practicing the transitions, but we're going to make a point to practice a set amount in between each one today. Now that we're familiar with all 3 of our stances now. So we're here. Tight, tight, tight. Remember, number 1, lean forward. Number 2, this mirror image with your legs and arms. Number 3 is where you turn your hips to the side and you pull your leg in. If you imagine your hand is connected to your foot and you pull it up. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. And really try to get get those bursts of momentum right after you transition, and then go back to Tai Chi Chuan. Micah? Now practice along with Micah, aka Blue Guy.
Oh no, I'm just blue guy.
You will forever be Blue Guy. From now until forever. To the end of eternity. Nice.
Yeah.
But don't shorten your
I'm trying not
your
to.
arms, yeah.
I always feel kind of a need to shorten because I feel like my knee's in the way. But my knee should pretty much be at the same level as on Side Horse.
I mean, you won't hit your.
Okay.
And you don't hear me slapping thigh, do you?
Mm.
You guys ever slap thigh? It sounds weird. Just ignore that. 1, 2, 3. Make sure your hips are tucked underneath you.
Hmm.
Okay.
I thought they were.
No, while you're transitioning.
Oh.
Don't fall into the mistake of, you slide back and you want to sit down. It's not like a sit down. It's just a sideways. You put the weight on that leg, that 80%. See?
Mm.
I'm not sitting down. I'm just turning it.
I gotcha. We'll pay attention to that.
Make sure you're not making the same mistakes. Or if you are, now's...
This idiot.
No. And if you are, now's the time to correct them. We're all doing this together. There you go. Sideways. Beautiful. Beautiful. Did you feel a difference?
Hmm.
Okay. Let's see it again. Zaniatya 11. So lesson 11. Zaniatya. Nice. Give me one more. Beautiful. Look at this golden student. You're back to gold status.
Status.
I don't know why I said it like that. Beautiful! Whoa! That's what I like to see. Get in position. No, you're up front, remember?
Oh,
Can't trust you. You gotta keep that leg bent.
You kick me, I kick the dog.
I was doing this and I leaned forward and her nose was hanging off the edge and I was like, she didn't move at all. I'm just like, oy, Jesus. Got a bunch of mechanical parts in there.
This will be the downfall of our other stream. I'll find out the truth.
No.
What?
Yes. Waiting to make sure you're in position. Can't trust you at this stance.
This stance hurts.
Yeah, cat stance
Is the worst.
is not the worst. Cat stance just catches you off guard because you seem like, okay, 80% of my weight is on my back leg, 20% on my front leg. Oh, what could happen? And then you find out, no, you need to bend that knee. Bend him. Bend it. There you go. Just that extra inch. Oh my God.
Screw you.
It burns. It burns. And then you have to do your windmills. And you have to keep your hips tucked. And then you have to do Pao Chuan and Sheng Chuan without coming up. Bend him.
I've been back
You came
down.
up a little bit.
I'm not trying to. That's
And
my
then-
body's natural reaction.
And then you just have to think about it all the time. Like, oh, make sure I stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low. It sucks. Okay, gonna go into Pao Chuan. Sheng Chuan. Don't just move your arms slowly. There has to be tension in your arms. Oi!
I know, that hurts.
Okay, now transition back.
Oh.
This one could get you if you're not careful. When we come back into our stance, it's 1, 2, 3. Then when we leave the stance, 1, 2, 3. 3 is just this last little, but it's really only 2 moves to get back instead of 3 to get there. But if you think of number 3 as I'm here, then you're good. So we're here. Move up a little. 1, 2, practically there. 3. And use that last little from the hip. From the hip. It's not just right here. Got no hip. No, it's from the hip. 3. Everybody, follow the bouncing boy. Remember, it's not a sit when you turn sideways. Keep your hips under you. It's just a turn. It's not a... Ooh, pretty good. Make sure it's that hip. That hip. Imagine you're in a Bollywood movie. It's all hip, yes. Not bad. Here, transition from the front. No, just from front horse stance to side horse.
Oh, go ahead.
That's not even how you did it earlier. Is that how you did it earlier?
Come on.
Come on.
I'm trying to still find
Feel
out
the
which...
drive from that leg.
Or from this hip.
It's from the hip and the leg.
Okay. Oops.
There you go. Remember, you should feel that drive like you could take off running now.
Is that 9?
It's okay. Now, from cat stance to side, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. From cat stance.
No. Alright.
Yeah, how much weight is on that leg?
Not much.
Is most of your weight still on this
Yes.
leg? Okay. You know you didn't put your hip into it. And your heel is up. It's that same...
So I just need to be lower.
It's the same... Drive the heel into the ground. Don't stick your butt out.
It's not.
Mm.
Still bad?
A little bit better. turn comes from the hip. That's better. Just keep your heel down. Whoa, that was way better. Alright, get in position. Okay, remember, make sure your hips are square. It's very easy after you transition to leave your hips diagonal. Okay, when you transition, hips square right away. Make sure you're grabbing the ground with your toes. Never forget your toes. Okay, we're gonna take our deep breath in. Paltron. Shantron. Remember, you move your arms with tension. You're not just moving them slowly. Like something is pushing against your arms. Okay, we're going to keep this tension. And we're gonna transition 180 to the other side. Okay. And try and get that little burst of momentum. Tight, 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 tight. Momentum. You should feel this leg, front leg, turns into the back leg. You should feel a constant tension on this leg. Whole time. Tension, 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 tension. Push it. And now you're ready. If your entire leg, your thigh, your knee, your calf, if your whole leg isn't tense, then you're not getting enough torque while you're making your transition. And you're going to end up making a lot of mistakes, keeping your hips open. Maybe you're on the ball of your foot, so your heel is up. Only by keeping that tension can you turn your body and turn your feet at the same time. Otherwise, your feet won't be able to move properly. Now let's practice. You didn't put your foot in position to become the new front leg. That was nice form. You just didn't drive it. It was beautiful form. Now just keep that drive power behind it. Because you need that. You need that hip, that leg to push you. There it is. Boom!
Is that better?
That was nice. Get those arms in there. Beautiful. How did that one feel?
Not bad. I feel like I'm a little too wide, like too long. So I'll adjust.
How was that?
Felt better.
Okay, do them again. Make sure it comes from that back leg. You're not just whipping that front side. It's from the back side. One more time. Nice.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Stand more over it.
Yes. That was great. Your whole body went like, "Doo." That's what you want. Now get the momentum with it. One more time. With the momentum this time. Don't lose that feeling. Do exactly that again. Your whole body is like a whip. Doo.
Awesome.
Oh, you're doing it again?
Yeah.
Oh. Now you want to do it again. Now you can't help but do it again.
Is that better?
Ooh, very nice. That's a kid. Alright, get in position. You know, it's so funny. Until you actually, put the sweatpants on, get your workout shirt on, and you try it. These movements look so funny, so random. And you practice your transition from one side to the other side, and it's like, Jesus, man, I'm sweaty. I'm breathing heavily. All I'm doing is going from one to the other one to the other one. But it's because it squeezes so much out of your body while you're doing it.
This stance always feels so funny to me.
And you think, how many times can you move your arms in a circle? And so it's like, well, how many times did you ride a bike before it's like you could pedal really fast? You know what I'm saying? It's like you have a race with somebody and they might beat you, but you do it over and over and over again, and then you beat them because you're pushing harder each time, harder each time, harder each time, getting your body to cycle faster and faster and harder and harder. That's what the entirety of this training is all about, is getting your body to go to the next limit. And then you have to break past that limit. Then you break past the next limit. Okay, we're going to inhale. Tighten your stomach. Grab the ground with your toes. Very important. You'll lose your balance. And bow down. Really drive that heel into the ground. Shangchuan. You're not just moving your arms slowly. There's resistance there. Like something's pushing against your arms. Your whole body is tense. Okay. Now transition into cat stance. Keep that tension. Keep that tension. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Beautiful.
Pretty good.
Made the room shake. Ah! Sneaking water.
I can't have any water.
Not yet.
Oh.
How many times have you been sneaking
Just like once.
behind my back when I wasn't paying attention? Okay, we're here. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, when we transition here, number 1 to number 2, you have to keep your hips underneath you. Okay, you go number 1, you don't lean forward. And I feel like a lot of people, not just you, a lot of people, they do want to lean forward because it's like, oh, I'm about to pull it, you know? Because it's naturally how we do, you know, you work on a car, you know? You gotta move a wrench and you're like, gotta get my body behind it. No. It's all in the legs and the hips. That's all about torque. 1. See, it's just a turn to the side. That's it. 2. Then the torque comes from here. See my hip? See, it goes knee, hip, and then I pull my leg in. It's not just a sideways. No, you have so much tension on this leg. See how it comes up? It almost comes like a domino effect. See, it's like my body pulls everything into it. 1, 2, 3. Let's get some practice in. If your knees aren't burning just from practicing the transition, not even holding the stance, just from practicing the transition to the stance, it means that you're not generating that tension in your legs. So you need to figure out what's going wrong. Nice. Very nice. Let's see him again. A lot of things can go wrong, you know? Are your legs just even the whole time? And you're not shifting your weight onto the back leg? That's possible. You're not going to feel any burn in your legs. Nice! Really try to feel this hip. You know how we did our punches and we pop? Really try to feel it come up and pop. Come on.
Sorry, both of her balls like this. Okay.
I know, what a great motivator.
This is a lazy dog.
Yeah. It's so fun that she's able to sleep though, because we're moving around so much, causing all this ruckus. Beautiful! Beautiful. Do one more. Can you feel like a tension? Almost it's like your legs are like snapping closed. Like a crab claw or something that's like made to snap like that.
Oh, like a clothespin when you open it. And you just
Yeah.
let go of one side.
Yes.
Or a binder clip?
Yes. Like a little clip. And it's just like... And when you release that tension, it automatically just snaps together. Beautiful. Get in position. What was I saying? Right. Just from practicing the transitions, if your knees don't burn, it means something's getting lost. Probably the tension that you're supposed to keep in your leg. But if you lose that tension, then you lose that torque that I was saying that Micah, I could tell a difference visually. And I'm sure he can feel a difference physically. When you keep that tension and then you start to utilize it, it's almost as if your body starts just like laying into place by itself. How do you feel? Do you feel that?
Yeah,
or is
I
it
can
just like,
feel.
not really, not
Well,
yet?
there's some times where it doesn't necessarily feel as attached, and also there's some times where I think it's confusing because there's one part that's not attached, but there's another part that is.
Mm.
So it's like, oh, well, you had the whip, but it could have been a more full whip rather
Yeah.
than like.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like just the end of
Yeah.
it. It could have started all the way back at the handle.
Yeah.
Like an Indiana Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great analogy.
We're still going up, yeah.
Yeah. And again, I'm just waiting on you to make sure that's pretty good on that leg. You know, give me like a half inch.
Huh?
Half inch more. There you go. Boom. Boom. That's all I wanted to see. Just that little half inch. Don't you raise that knee.
I'm not. I'm rocking a little bit. When you go to Palchuan,
Am I like this?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure my knees, my front knee going boop, 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 wasn't weird.
No, it's like this though.
Okay.
You have to kind of, it's not like this,
Yeah.
but it does have like a,
A wobble to it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
I knew exactly what you were going to say. Because it feels really weird at first. I swear to God, you use another opportunity
I'm not trying
to pick that leg up.
Naturally, your body says don't.
Think about it like when we hold our low horse stance. Okay, take our deep breath in and Paltron. Chuan Chuan. Okay, we're gonna transition back.
My knee is on fire so bad.
That was a good one.
Hurts so bad.
That was a good one. Jiggle them out. But get out of the way. This guy.
And jiggle in the corner.
Yeah, go jiggle on your own. Okay. We're here. Remember, tension, tension, tension. 1, 2. You're practically already there. With that last 3. The hip. Oh, yeah. So we're here. Remember, it's not 1, lean forward. No leaning. It's just 1, sideways. 2, we're turned. 3, get that last little push off. Okay, let's practice this.
All right. Is that 9?
It's okay.
Felt good.
Just Dance a little tiny.
Oh, Relic says, I have come to be enlightened.
Oh my god. Hi, Relic!
You got this.
Nice. 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 Did you feel the push with that back leg? Let's do it again and really get the momentum in it.
Alright.
Right at the end, use that last little push to fuel it.
I stopped it.
You did stop it.
But I had it.
What are you doing hanging off?
Oh no.
No hang-offs here, Goyle.
Alright.
Yeah, you're doing great with this one. Way better than last lesson. It's only a difference of 2 days. Aha! Very nice. Nice! Oh, you're a little off balance?
Yeah, Relic is saying stuff.
Move that waist, baby! Waist. Oh, because it was a typo. I get it. Goro, stop. Stoy. No.
Okay. Alright, so you got this. Maybe there?
Looks good. Nice.
So I just need to have my, not like way out, but where I set.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, give me one more. And really push that momentum. Nice. Alright. Get in position. 3. Stop. No, no. Alex says, good. Position. We're about to take a waddle break once we turn to the front. So just hang in there.
Hi.
Can you hang?
I don't have a choice, do I?
No, you don't. Complain the whole damn time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, come on now. Remember, grab the ground with your toes. Use your legs. Use your hips. You're not just standing still, moving your arms. Your whole body is behind it. Okay, we're going to take our deep breath. Grab the ground with our toes. Tighten our stomachs. Ouch, one. Ouch. Shuntua. Now remember, you're not just moving your arms slowly. Okay? There's tension. Like you're constantly pushing up against something. Relic, we just call these windmills. Windmill hands. Okay, we're gonna transition to the front again. Remember, keep this tension. Tension, tension, tension. Momentum. Pretty good. Okay. So we're here. Tension. Alright? Lean forward. Adjust your back foot so that it'll be in line once you turn. Keep this tension in your legs. See how this leg follows this arm? comes up. And you see how you complete the circle, so does that leg. You use that to pull your hips under you, square up, your knees are both outward, and you're no longer like this. Okay? So, tension, tension, tension. Here. You adjust. Now let's practice that one a few times. Goro, stop. Remember, that drive comes from that beautiful, from that front leg. And make sure your hand and your leg,
messed up already.
hand and your leg are together. One's not faster than the other. They move in sync. No, stay. Nice. Make sure you get those knees thrown outward. Feet straight, knees out. And your hips underneath. This is okay. This is so cool. I'm glad you like it, really. That was beautiful. Go back and do it again. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Alright, get your waddle now. Oy, oy, oy. Can you waddle?
No.
Oh. You're just extending your water break?
Huh?
I said, oh, you're just extending your water break?
Man.
Okay. Now that we're back to the front, it's time to switch directions. Now remember, you might be changing directions, but the principle is still the same. Just like when we're doing our upward windmills, comes from the leg, comes up and around, up and around. Here, actually, let me stand back there. If you were to take one arm, right, with the upward windmills, your leg and your hip are here to guide your arm pretty much. Your hip, as soon as this arm is about to transition upward, there's like a noticeable spot where the hip pushes forward and tries to rise up with the arm almost. Okay? When you add two arms, since they're always opposite of each other, look, one hip is up and away. This hip is ready to come forward again. Just like the other side. They naturally lead into each other. Up, 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 right? So that they're doing both at the same time, alternating. And if you don't grab the ground with your feet, you won't be able to maintain your place, keep your hips tucked, and to keep this tension that's required to use power and speed at any point in time in those circles. Now with the downward windmills, a lot of people sometimes get jumbled up because it's almost as if your body, instead of moving with the arm, which it does move with the arm, but it's almost in a crisscross fashion. Okay, so if you imagine what your body naturally does if you were to pull something into you, you know, you reach out. If you're going to use your legs, you're going to hunker down, and then you're going to, use your legs, your knees, you might lean back even to try to pull something towards you. It's that type of concept that you apply to the downward windmills, okay? So, as your arm comes down, your hips do too, on the same side, okay? But as it comes across, it almost has this linger where you're still pulling across yourself, because the next one's about to come down and do the same thing with this hip. So this hip needs to stay outward, and it keeps moving while this hand's coming up, and this hip already followed this arm. So at some point you should feel almost like a stretchy counter movement between your hips and your arms. Oi, 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 oi. Go back. Go, pop up. Go back. Go back. Oi, 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 oi. Go back. Pop up. Pop up. Go back. Go back.
There you go, kid.
So, one arm at a time. This arm comes around, the hip comes with it, drops down, so does your leg and your hip, they both drop down. And this other arm, since it's about to do the opposite, right? One hand's up, one hand's down. This hip is tucked away, ready to come down, but because of that, this arm has this counter movement. Okay? So it's like you get both at the same time, right? And so it can make the downward windmills really difficult for some people, especially when we get ready to transition into different stances. Just remember, starting off, if you feel like you're pulling against yourself, kind of like this, just to exaggerate, from here all the way through here, that's the feeling you're supposed to have. So don't feel like, oh, I might be doing it wrong. Oh, I might be backwards. No, you're supposed to feel this almost like a squeezing, pulling against yourself feeling when you're doing those downward windmills. Alright, come on, back into your spot.
And also something with, I'm just throwing this out real quick because I don't know if it'll help somebody. But with me, whenever I'm doing my windmills, even if it's up or down, I feel like something that helps get the feeling is if you have, like on both sides, 4 balloons.
Okay.
Or 4 items, and it's like you focus on each one, and when your hand reaches that spot, would you be able to slap it? So like, pop, 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 pop. You know, put emphasis on the top one.
Yeah.
Then go to the right one. You know.
Yeah.
Or the outside ones, then the inside ones.
Yeah.
And more so, like if I was doing the up ones, like I think you described it to me once. You were like, imagine like scooping water.
Yeah.
You know, how would that feel?
Yeah.
And then down, it's like, you know, like
Yeah.
like smashing things.
Yeah.
Kind of in a way.
Or like a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's really cool.
because that was something. I think that was a variation of something you told me. But
That's cool. Yeah, you turned it into your own idea. That's awesome. So, what Micah's saying is if you imagine while you're doing these circles, that any point along this circle, there's, a point or a balloon or something for you to smack or grab. You could start with 4, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Would you be able to, like if I chose this one on the top corner, would I be able to smack it or grab it and rip it out of there with power with my body? Or would my arm hit it and just be like, oh, what happened? And so if you were, I like to envision a pulling, but sometimes a slap could work too, because it's that same motion, almost like an inward into yourself motion. So if you were going to grab that point and you needed to pull it, but it was attached really hard, how would your body move for you to pull it down? That's the rotation. That's the feeling you need to try to develop in your legs and your hips, all the way up to your arms. Okay? So we did this one. Now if you go over here to the other corner, would you be able to do the same thing? Smack it out of there, or grab it and pull it down. And if it's really strong, you need to get your legs involved. Would you be able to apply the power in that spot? And how do my legs need to move to get there? And you do the same thing with the bottom spot. Pull it across. Because you should always feel the power coming from your legs, not your arms. Your arms are there, they have their own power, but the legs is what gives them power. And then this spot down here, would I be able to push it or slap it or pull it up and around? That's the feeling you need to harness from your legs. Okay, we're going to go into Pao Chuan. So take a deep breath. Make sure you're grabbing the ground, tighten your stomach. Pao Chuan. Shang Chuan. Remember, you're not just moving your arms slowly. There's resistance there. Your whole body is involved. Okay, we're going to transition to the left side. Okay. So with the downward windmills, you're here with all your tension. When this right arm is about to come down, see, that's when you drive with that back leg. And you turn this tension from your Shang Chuan into a brief burst of momentum. So you're here. Oh, I changed directions. What the hell? Everybody follow the blue guy.
Oh my god. I'm wearing a little blue, not much. I don't even know if they can see the blue.
The dog is going to learn Kung Fu. That dog is Kung Fu! Oh, this was to pull an attacker and knock him on his back. Well, slapping is cool too. Yeah, I'm just trying to give a visual relic. If you were to have zero, knowledge of any way to apply the windmill, just focusing on harnessing the movement itself. It's just a visual aid. If use your imagination.
I'm looking for approval, Maria.
Yeah, so
I
do it properly.
I want you to tell me if I'm doing it or feedback.
That was good timing. Nice timing. Now really drive that back leg. Get that hip. The hip with the back leg. Boot.
But
You know that was a boot. Come on, some passion, some fire, some power. There we go, that was better.
I needed to be out a little more.
Make sure you drive your heel into the ground. Comes from the back leg. Drive like you could take off like a sprinter from the starting block. Like you could just take off running afterwards. Turn from the hip. No, boot. Now if you're practicing too, so not even. No
No?
power. Where'd your power go? Your power just seeped away. Even Goroshka knew. That's why she whined.
Oh my god, get out of here.
That was better. That was better. Okay, now try it one more time. Oh, you already did it. That was better.
Yeah.
Alright, do it again. I'm gonna have you do something.
Okay. You're okay. I don't know what you're planning, but it seems funny.
I want you to snatch this.
Is that how you want it?
Yes, snatch it. Snatch it, and use this hip to pull it down, okay?
Okay. Is
Go.
like we playing, guys?
Go. Now we're playing people games. You're not allowed. Oh, Pooh might be back on.
Yeah, I think he is. Missed it.
Well, even if you don't grab it, I want you to try to
Okay.
use your leg. You know, I'm not gonna let go of it easily. We're gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna. Ha! You see how your body is? How this hip is twisted so much, and this arm was all the way here. Look at that. Now recreate that, and drive with your with your hip. Here, you go out there. Alright, let's see the progress. Elapsed time, 45 seconds. Hey, pretty good.
Better?
Yeah, get in position now. Let's see what we got here. It says demonstrate. Excellent. I like your moves. Be careful not to destroy that dog. Get in position. Is that position? Is that what a windmill looks like? Hands on hips?
Hot.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, get out of here. when this arm comes across,
Mm-hmm.
that you really have this leg engaged kind of like forward, and that this back hip, like you're twisted up almost.
Yeah.
Like you need to reach for something way over here. You need to get ready to pull it, right? You know, this
Yeah.
feeling right here.
I'm gonna smash a rock on this stump
Yes.
and drag it away.
Yes. And then at the same time, what's this one doing?
Smashing another stone
Yes.
and dragging away.
Yes.
And putting it back on this stump.
Yes.
And then smashing him again.
Yes. Exactly. So make sure you're not going to lose your balance.
Oh, yeah, that's my big.
If you were to actually apply that power at any moment, that smash power, that rip across power.
Sorry.
Oh my God. Just don't even.
Just don't even smash both right now.
Yeah. Still haven't played with Piranha Plant yet.
I know.
And make sure this leg's getting in it. It's okay to give little, you know. Yeah. You gotta use him. Here, watch this.
You want me to step back?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna say to watch. You see this? See, it's never just there.
Static.
Yes. Use him.
Mm.
Push him all the time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need to do there.
And that would be pretty much when your right hand comes over that it's up and then down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm exaggerating, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so when I'm doing them, he's bent, straight, bent, straight, bent, straight, bent, straight, bent, straight, bent, straight.
so straight for the left.
Yeah. Straight,
Oh, so I'm backwards
bent, straight.
like that.
Like, you know, you push him down.
Okay.
And then you bend him, because you need to pull it back this way. And then you push him back that way.
Okay. It's a little different than I've been doing it, so I'm glad.
Again, with the downward windmills, you're going to find that it's kind of like an opposite way of thinking from the upward windmills, where everything just naturally flows with the arms. With this, it's almost like your body has to cross over itself and create like a tension. You know what I'm saying? Like an opposition.
It's just weird.
Okay, make sure you grab the ground. Make sure you're ready. Deep breath. Couch one. Short one. Remember, your whole body, not just the arms. Artorius 86. Thanks for joining the Doge. As they say. He's like, nope, forget. Unfollow. What the fuck is that? Okay, you're not just moving your arms slowly. There's a resistance. Like you're pushing against something. Okay, maintain that tension. Transition into your cat stance. And then turn that tension into momentum. Now, I love this transition. Used to hate it. But when I started to understand the way the windmills work with the body, I grew to love it. So, you're here with your windmills, right? Now, you cross your body here. Remember, with the upward windmills, you're here, and then you open up your body, right? You open it up and pull it. No, with downward windmills, you cross your body, and that's when you do your little bend to the front. Cross it, then cross it again, and then when this arm's about to come back and this arm's about to come down, that's when you, right, to the side. So you cross your body and get that little extra extension. And you come around, and then if you imagine you need to grab onto something over here with that right hand, and you need to pull it like it's connected like a rock on a rope. You need to pull that rope, you know, rope with a rock on the end, and you smash it down, right? It's that type of feeling. You're going to pull it down and make it all one motion. One, two, you've crossed your body again. 3, and you're all set up. Now it's time to practice transitions with Blue Guy. What style of Kung Fu is this? Be careful not to create a hurricane. This is San Soo Kung Fu, Artorias 86, also known as San Soo Kung Fu. San Soo Kung Fu. I do the classic windmill. Oh my god. It's great for warding off muggers. I'm sure it is. Someone said Wing Chun. This is not Wing Chun. She's teaching him something else. What is it? What is it? It's the only style I knew. Worth it. Thanks for trying. Use some techniques with him, please. Beautiful. Did you feel that snap? Do it again. And remember, really try to get that burst of momentum. Beautiful. Ah, where's your momentum? You stopped it.
Yeah,
You killed it. You had a beautiful
momentum.
living organism, and you just chopped its head off. Okay? Tension, 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 tension. Whole body is tension. Momentum. Now slow down. Yeah. Back into Tai Chi Chuan. Beautiful. Now you get in front. You lazy. Always trying to pull one over on me. Okay, so if you were practicing along, hopefully you too were able to feel the snap that we're talking about. If not, don't worry. There's plenty of times to practice, right? Where are you? You're in your cat stance. What are you doing? Oh, beautiful bend. Don't you lose that bend.
I will try
If
not
you
to.
come up, oh. Okay. Make sure you're not standing up. You know, make sure you're not just like the cool guy over here with his legs straight. Like, yeah, I'm doing Kung Fu too. No, you gotta bend that leg. And the more you practice, the lower you'll be able to go, and the longer you'll be able to hold it. Okay? We're not there yet. We're at this level. Even this level is painful. Micah hates it when I stop and I try to demonstrate things when we're in cat stance, because it burns so bad. Alright. We're going to take our deep breath. Paltron. Shangchuan. Remember, there's a resistance. You're not just moving your arms slowly. We're going to transition back. 1, 2.
God.
Good job, kid. Go to your corner now. No water.
I'm gonna do it.
So,
That was me.
yosh! Okay, so we're here. Doing our cat stance. Right? Suddenly Shug Chuan. You maintain that tension. And it comes across. 1. And then as 2 is coming across, your leg follows it. And by the time your arm has come down, this hip and this leg should be firmly pushed in that direction. Okay? So 1. Coming across. 2. And I'm doing this just to exaggerate that you should have that feeling of like you're Superman and you just threw off your shirt in one fell swoop. Threw it to the wind, right? You need to go save Lois Lane, right? You're here. 1, 2. And use that where your hips are tucked underneath you. And you use this hip and this opposition. It's almost like a squeeze between your torso and your hips and your leg. Your body is squeezing against itself. The force of this moving that way, force of your body going this way. Use that little added tension as like a spark to turn into momentum. So the last thing you want to do is take all this tension, right? So tense, all this resistance, and then just go back to Tai Chi Chuan. Where'd all that power go? It's gone. No. You need to apply that power, apply that tension into momentum. Transition time with Blue Guy. Remember, going out is just 2. 1, 2. Bleh. Really feel that back leg. Drive that heel into the ground. The heel down and your hip forward. Turn on the ball of your foot again.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you turned and you was like... Remember, you gotta keep enough tension to turn your foot with you. You shouldn't turn and then have to let your foot turn afterwards like this. See that little... That's what yours does. Okay? You killed it. You need to call the police right now. Oh my god. Jesus. Mm-mm. No. Go back. Cat stance. When it's down, you're all the way out already. It's down, your legs out, ready to go.
Okay.
Cross your body, legs out. legs. Here.
Oh, okay.
Right before it's about to come back around, right?
Hmm.
It's out. Because you use this arm and this arm. You know, use them both to help you transition. Nice. Beautiful. Solid. Better. Better. Did you feel it like kind of lock you in?
Hmm.
Come on now. You finish a transition, back in the next transition. There you go. No, there's no hip in it. Decent form, no hip. Back into transition. Nice. Better. Better. Feel that drive with that back leg. Like if you needed to, you could just lift that leg up and push yourself forward. That's how much force needs to be coming out of that leg.
Of what?
I'm just saying, the force from this back leg, if you needed to, you should be able to lift this leg up at any moment. But you could still drive forward with just this leg. Forget about this leg. Forget about this hip. It's nothing to do with it. It's just the back leg. You know? So if I needed to lift it up, if I needed to hold it, you could do anything with the tension just from this leg. So once you're here, you push with this leg. This is the leg. Nice. Little hip right at the end. A little hip pop. You've got this. Now just do hip all the way through instead of hip pop at the end.
My arms went weird.
Cross your body. Legs out. Beautiful. Now as you turn, tension, and your foot should turn with you. Tension, tension, tension. Drive the heel into the ground. Remember 80-20. Still 80-20. There's nothing on that front leg.
I feel so weird. Give me a second.
Better! Way better on that one. Alright, get in position. Okay, I'm gonna breathe in, Caltron. Shantron. We're gonna transition to the other side. Keep that tension. And when you drive that heel into the ground, momentum. So you're here. Tension, tension, tension. You cross your body. Adjust your foot as needed. Leg starts coming. As this arm comes across, your body turns like you're on one big swivel. Notice I won't even start moving towards the front leg until the very end when you drive your heel into the ground. Arm comes across and you drive your heel into the ground. It's all from that back leg. Not bad. Do it again. A few times. Practice transitions. Use that back leg to push you forward, like you could take off running afterwards. A back leg from the hip. Better. Nice. That was great. You had so much explosion at the end of that one. That's what you want. That was beautiful.
That was good. That was quiet.
What did it feel like? Not bad.
A little off balance.
Almost. Should feel like you should take off running. That back leg propels you forward. Better. Alright, get in position. Okay, you're gonna take a deep breath in. Beltron. Beltron. Make sure you're not just moving your arms slowly. There's actual resistance, like you're pushing against something. You're going to keep the tension. Transition into cat stance. So tension, tension, tension. 1, 2, 3. Cross your body. 1. Shift to the other leg. 2, 3. Turn the tension into momentum. No. Better. Don't lean forward. You shift your weight to the back. Turn to the side. No. No.
What am I doing? You don't lean forward a little bit?
When you cross your body, all the way. Don't shorten your circles while you're transitioning. Nice big circles so you can get the timing with the rest of your body. Time it with your legs. You can stay there. Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. One, not 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. When you cross your body all the way. 2. Not 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 3. Don't shorten your circles. Cross your body completely. Feel the power. You have to scrunch up your body. Scrunch up your body. Scrunch up your body. Beautiful. 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 Tight to the body. That's what we want to see. It's perfect. Did it feel any different?
Hi.
How'd it feel?
Better.
Uh-huh. We're going to take our deep breath in. Paltron. Strongtron. Okay, I'm going to transition back. Across your body. So this one comes around, same as the other side. Comes from the hip. It's not throw my body this way with my left side, or in your case, right side, throws you off balance. It's not turn and go. It's not scrunch up my legs and then push forward. It's across the body as this arm's coming around, this hip pushes you forward. And you turn it into momentum. We're going to practice a few times along with Micah. If you notice you're doing any of the mistakes that I just pointed out, they're very common mistakes to make. And make sure you practice too. That's what this time is for. It's for practice, practice, practice. Transitions are very important. Pretty nice on the legs. You almost got it. So make sure your arms are making full circles. Oh, almost. Gotta use that hip, lock you in. Use the hip, lock you in. Almost had it. That was almost it. That was almost it. Just do not shorten your movements. Step 1. Step 2. Not step 1, 2. Step 1. Step 2. One. 2. Almost. Try to get a little bit more drive with that back leg. That was beautiful. Back leg drive from the hip. Beautiful. Whoa. Nearly there. You're nearly there. you doing windmills? Or is this some other time? Pedal. Come on. You're so close. Like right on the edge. It's looking good. You just need to drive that back leg. The hip pop. Just like with those punches. That hip. All from the hip. From the hip. Nice. That was way better. Alright, get in position now. Do you think I should bring Dwee back? 'Cause he's barking. Alright, we're almost done now. No.
Pop.
This isn't hangout time. You're being reprimanded. Go up there.
Pop.
How high do you want to sit? That was so weird. She's like, can I climb up to the top? What a dweeb. Alright, position. You're killing it. Just, you can't take any shortcuts. Full movement. Full range movements. Okay. Almost done. Okay, we're gonna take our deep breath in, grab the ground with our toes, tighten our stomachs. Pao Chuan. Shang Chuan. I'm gonna transition to the front. Remember, tension, tension, tension. Momentum. Very good. Goroshka. Stoy. It's not cute. Not anymore. It was cute. No longer cute. Not the 50th time. Go away. Okay, tension, tension, tension. So here, hopefully you've noticed, most transitions with the downward windmills, you cross the body. Okay? Cross the body. Use that squeeze to add to the tension so that when you turn and you pull this arm back and bring this arm around, that's when you square your hips back up and throw your knees out. Tuck your hips up under you. she did. That's it. Now she's dead. She's got no reason to live now. She's depressed.
Forgot to move my leg.
And your front leg does not move. Nice. Beautiful movement. Beautiful movement. That's it. That was it exactly. You could literally trace out that beautiful arc that your hips made. It's exactly it. What's your foot doing?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Do them again. Beautiful. Nice. Hey. There we go. In position. Seriously, those were beautiful. You got that perfect. Okay, we're gonna take a deep breath in. Paltron. Shantron. Breathe deeply. Now we're gonna bring them up and down. Waddle break.
Food here.
Mm-hmm. Line up. Push-up time. Remember, I'm doing the push-ups. You make a fist, turn it vertical, and when you do your push-ups, make sure your elbows don't go out. Keep your elbows in, straight up and down, okay? We do these push-ups in 3 speeds. The first one is Daijichuan, during which we are going to lower ourselves down slowly, and we're going to try to pop ourselves up as fast as possible. Down slowly, pop ourselves up as fast as possible, okay? And if you have questions like, how do I hold my fists? Where do my fingers go? How do I know if I'm doing it right? If your thumb is wrapped around the bottom of your fist, and when you do your push-ups, your arm is straight, it's not doing this number, it's not doing this number, but it's straight, up and down, you're doing it right. In fact, this is really the only real way for your fists to be as straight as they'll ever be. Because you're flat up against the ground. Alright, here we go. Okay, now we move on to Paltron, where you go all the way up, all the way down as fast as you can. So don't start doing tiny push-ups just to do them faster. It's okay if you don't actually do them that fast, but the whole point is just as fast as you can with full range of motion. Okay, now we'll move on to the third and final phase, which is Shengchuan, where we will hold ourselves up at the highest point. You hold it in the middle, hold it at the bottom, hold it at the middle again, hold it at the bottom. Middle, low, middle, high, middle, low, middle, up, middle, low, high. Phew. All right. We've got one last phase, one last little sexy section. One last little seshy sesh. And get in your horse stances. Today we're going to bring our arms back. We're going to do 18 of our squats. Lower yourself down slowly and then spring up as fast as you can. Remember, from the hips, you go down and the hips spring you up. So you push the hips, your legs follow. Okay, here we go. Eat. Ar. San. Si. Wu. Liu. Chi. Ba. Ju. Shi. 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 San. Shi. Si. Shi. Wu. Shi. Chi. Shi. Ba. All right. Now we're going to move on to POW, which is all the way up and all the way down as fast as possible. Don't start doing tiny squats. Keep your full range of motion. Nice and steady. That's all that matters. Alright, you count for yourself?
Alright.
Alright, here we go. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go down as low as we can, and we're going to hold them. And for this one, we're going to bring our fists back to the front and just Hold them there. A little bit lower than chest height, but not way down here. Ready?
Alright.
Let's shake them out. Okay, let's get our legs moving a little bit. Side horse stance. We're going to swing our legs up, very low to start. We're going to gradually go higher and higher. Okay. Let's do our breathing exercise. Time for our salute. Chen Kai Shek. Chi So Si. Alright. If you followed along with us today, then you are amazing. Hopefully this transitions we're able to loosen up for you a little bit today. Hopefully the differences between the upward motions and the downward motions and getting your hips and your legs in them got a little clarified today. And hopefully overall, even if it was just one, if you had one little breakthrough and the connection between your arms and your legs today, or a breakthrough in the transition from one spot to another, where you could really feel that little extra connection or that extra drive or the extra power, and that made everything worth it. Because that's how this art is. It comes in little bitty breakthroughs, and they all add up together. So, thank you for joining us today. If you did join us, but you didn't exercise with us, then go back and check some of the other videos. You can start from video 1 all the way up through today. We have them saved for your viewing pleasure. And that's it. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments next time. We'll be back on Saturday, 5 p.m. EST. So, thank you. And that's it. Bye.